leading RJ with my 7.
इसमें रहेगी कोई किस्मत वाली आए जिसे मेरी याद आए जब चाहे चली आए जिसे मेरी याद आए जब चाहे चली आए रूप महल प्रेम गली खोली नंबर 420 देखी है एक लड़की देखी है जो मुझे इशारे करती करेगी क्या डरने वाली मेरी बनेगी कोई हिम्मत।
It's been 47 years and you're still facing the arc lights. How are you feeling? What are the changes you see on the sets, off the sets, in the audience?
Yeah, a couple of technical things have changed. There's no longer film, so I don't know whether we should start referring to the industry as a film industry because we're not using film anymore. It's all digital. That's the difference. With that difference, a lot of the making procedure has changed. For me as an artist, we were so conscious in our earlier years of not wasting film because it was the most expensive product in the costing of the film. And so every time we went up to give a shot, we were terribly, terribly conscious that we have to finish it in one take, or either we're going to get thrown out of the film, or we're never going to get another chance. So having lived with that kind of phenomena and the danger that you have to get it right the very first time was kind of limiting us in case we wanted to improve in the next take. We never got an opportunity. Many a times, for example, working with the Rishikesh Mukherjee, I used to tell them, Rishida, can I have another take? He said, no, ye ek take bahut acha hai. I said, please, Dada, ek take aur de dijiye. ठीक है, take करो, इसका पैसा तुम देना. So, these were some of the limitations that we lived with. But now, it's digital. The camera doesn't stop. And the producer doesn't care if it doesn't stop because it's just limitless. And we use this to great effect in the film Pink, and I keep referring to that because the entire courtroom scene was shot with 7 digital cameras. And there were, 20, 30 pages of scenes that just went on endlessly without stopping or without cutting. But each camera was catching some character, some actor that was involved in the scene. So it's not like you went, said your lines, and then went back to your vanity van or your makeup room and didn't bother about what was happening next. You did your shot and you were still involved in the scene because even when you were walking back to your chair in the set, you were being followed by the camera and your reactions were being noted. This was something very revealing. There was a lot of honesty in the way it happened. There was a lot of concentrated interest in what was going on. Normally what would happen that you would do a close-up and go away and not bother with what your colleague was going to do or how he was going to perform or enact that scene. If you had a double shot, yes, you are aware of it, but sometimes when they're doing a close-up, you're not there. But here we were in the world of digital cinema, absolutely involved in everybody, every person that was sitting in the scene, even though he wasn't saying anything. We would be having the liberty to notice him and prepare ourselves for what was going to come next as naturally as possible. So that was the technical difference. The other thing that we notice now is many women on set. In my time, there were just 2, the leading lady and her mother as a chaperone. But now you have almost 50% of the workforce, and that is really creditable, the workforce, all managed by young girls, whether it is in production, whether it is in the camera department, whether it is in the continuity department. They're just looking after everything, and it's just wonderful to see the kind of dedication and devotion that they put in. we rely a lot on them because for some reason we feel that the ladies are never going to make a mistake. And it works out really, yes. They are very efficient, and I really love the moment when I'm on set because I just feel free to be able to say my lines and be involved in the scene and not worry about what my continuity is or what I should be wearing or which button of my jacket was open in the previous shot. These were things that we had to look after ourselves in my time. But now there are wonderful ladies that come around and do this for you. But really want to compliment that entire atmosphere. But look at not just the workforce, but look at the women writers and directors who have come forward and done so brilliantly well. In the last 2 or 3 years, 4 or 5 years, we've had some very prominent directors, and we've had excellent writers. And I hope that this continues because really we need them to come forward and tell the men that they are better than them.
That is great insight into what was happening in cinema in the olden days and what is happening now on the sets. Mr. Bachchan just mentioned about watching a film on a bench and his ticket. You just survived for 47 years like that only.
No, somebody wrote things for me, somebody asked me to wear something, somebody told me walk here, say these lines here. I just followed like a robot and I was lucky. But Jaya has a lot of insights into a film, into the story, into the making. I missed the point many a times, and that's why I said what I said.
We are lucky to have Mr. Bachchan here share his observations on his own cinema and about the changing cinema, about the changing decades. I had promised him that I was going to set him free before 7:45, and I think I have kept my promise.
Thank you. While we were talking about cinema and stories and why this photograph was there on the front page, and my lack of knowledge about assessing what a story and a film is going to be like, when Manmohan Desai came to me and said, I'm going to make a story called Amar Akbar Anthony, I said, Man, tu pagal ho gaya hai. Kaun dekhne jayega aise picture jiska naam hai Amar Akbar Anthony? In an era when films like Badi Behan, Choti Bahu, इस तरह की टाइटल की फिल्म आया करती थी, वहाँ पर अमर अकबर एंथनी, ऐसे पागल हो गया, कोई नहीं देखने जाएगा. He abused me and said, you watch what happens. And then, to our horror, we had the opening scene of the film where 3 brothers are lying in hospital and one tube is going from each one of their veins into one lady. I said, Man, this is atrocious. This is not permissible in medical history. Forget cinema. He said, "Chupchap बैठा रह तू, कुछ मत बोल, अभी देखना क्या होता है." And you know, when the film was released, when this shot appeared in the opening sequence, there was huge applause in the audience. So obviously my knowledge of cinema is useless, and Manmohan Desai was much better.
Tell us about this egg scene because it's my book cover. So we would
This
like
is
to
one
know
of
how
the
it happened.
atrocities that he asked me to do. You know, तेरे को अंडे के अंदर से निकलने का. मैंने कहा, okay यार, अभी क्या करें? Yeah, because the girl was Christian and it was Easter, and it made me wear something which was very Christian looking, and made me do all kinds of things and asked me to recite some lines. I used to just fool around with the English language, the whole country of the system, because
Yeah, there is a story
it's a lot of
about what
rubbish.
you
But
spoken,
you know, he
right?
heard me saying it someday and he said, "Hey, put this in the song." That was another moment of madness, but you know, that was what Manmohan Desai was. He was a genius, truly.
जावेद अख्तर once said about अमिताभ बच्चन कि जो भी राय हो, मगर एक बार वो सेट पर आते हैं, आप उनके हाथ में तलवार दो, चाकू दो, गन दो, सितार दो, कुछ भी दो, he will do it with conviction. And that is why he came out of an egg and he made us laugh and cry. Thank you, Mr. Bachchan.
Thank you.